There are such dangerous places in the world that it's even hard to believe that someone is ready to live there and fight with nature day in and day out. Today we will introduce you to the most dangerous places in the world. Death Valley National Park, USA. Doomed, as the name suggests. Death Valley is noted as one of the most sinister valleys in the world. Located between Nevada and California, Death Valley is the lowest point in North America, which is also known as the Land of Extremes. The valley recorded the highest temperature on our planet. That is 134 degrees Fahrenheit. Harry Potter actor Dave Legeno is one of those who died in the scorching heat of Death Valley. In addition, it is still a mystery that stones weighing up to 700 pounds move by themselves in Death Valley. Contrary to all logic, the sand sings if you listen. Also known as the Devil's Golf Course. It is believed that only the devil can play golf in an arid and creepy place on Earth. The land with eroded hills, craters, rare fish species, the darkest night sky, and many others makes it one of the most attractive tourist destinations in the world. Volcano excursions in Hawaii. The fascinating land of Hawaii is not only calm beaches and fresh floral air, yes, it is included in the list of the most dangerous tourist places in the world. There is no other place in the world where you can see active volcanoes as close as on the Hawaiian Islands, with a huge national park of volcanoes. Hawaii is home to one of the last active volcanoes in Mount Kilauea, which has been continuously erupting since 1983, as well as the largest volcano in the world, Mauna Loa. Lava boat tours are organized in this national park, which guide tourists through hot lava rivers, volcanoes, lava waterfalls, tropical forests, and geological formations. Hawaii Volcanoes National Park has reported many casualties and deaths in the past due to lava haze. And it is also possible to encounter hazards such as flying rocks and searing ocean water. Snake Island, Brazil. Considered one of the deadliest places, Snake Island in Brazil is certainly one of the most dangerous places on Earth. This super deadly island, located 90 miles from the city of Sao Paulo, is home to the largest concentrated snake population in the world. According to research, Snake Island, also known as Ilha da Queimada Grande, is home to about 5 snakes per square meter. It is said that snakes on this Brazilian island are so venomous that they can melt human flesh. This island is the only place in the world where the golden spear-headed viper is found and the most venomous snake in the world. Botrops thrives due to the extremely high risk to tourists and the demand for spear poison on the black market. The Brazilian government has strictly banned visits to the island of Ilha da Queimada Grande. Mount Skellig Michael, Ireland. Rugged, remote, and treacherous, the rocky island, located off the west coast of Ireland, is one of the most dangerous tourist destinations in the world. A house with 600 uneven steps leading to ancient monasteries. It is quite difficult to get to the site of the Skellig Michael mountain, since tourists have to take an hour-long boat through rough waters. And in many cases boats cannot even moor due to high tides. While tourism is on the rise, after this place was featured in Star Wars: The Force Awakens, the government has become wary due to rockfalls, bad weather conditions, and security concerns on the island. Only 4 boat licenses are issued each year, and a limited number of tourists get the opportunity to visit Mount Skellig Michael. Lake Natron, Tanzania. A dangerous salt lake in northern Tanzania is one of the most caustic places on Earth, which turns animals into stones. Yes, it's real. The highly reflective and chemically dense waters of Lake Natron seem like a glass door that tricks soaring birds into thinking they are flying over empty space. The moment they land on the lake, their bodies are eaten away in a matter of minutes. A few years ago, a helicopter pilot fell victim to the same illusion, and his helicopter crashed and was quickly corroded by the alkaline water of a deadly lake. The breathtaking view of this terrifying lake attracts many researchers, photographers, and tourists to it. But when visiting this dangerous place in Africa, you need to be careful. Lake Natron is considered one of the most dangerous places in the world. Oymyakon, Siberia. Extreme climatic conditions test the level of endurance So many people visit the remote village of Oymyakon in eastern Siberia. What makes it dangerous is the fact that it is consistently the coldest inhabited place on Earth. Oymyakon, also called the coldest village on Earth, is a chilling, dangerous place where not everyone can survive. In 1924, the temperature dropped to 96 degrees below 0 Fahrenheit, which in itself is a record that has never been recorded in any other place on Earth. A person who has been on this side of the Earth needs courage, because even eyelashes and saliva freeze into painful little needles that prick the face. When people walk down the street, Danakil Desert, Ethiopia. The hottest place on Earth. The Danakil Desert in Ethiopia is one of the driest and lowest places on the planet. Similar to a foreign land, you can see volcanoes spewing lava, multicolored hydrothermal fields, and massive salt pans that will leave you stunned. This deadly desert, covered with more than 10 lakh tons of salt, is located in the northern part of the Great Rift Valley, which is separated by active volcanoes from the Red Sea. To explore this region, you need to drive for hours on bumpy, dusty dirt roads that start from Mekelle. The barren land is home to many active volcanoes spewing poisonous gases. Skeleton Coast, Namibia. The absolutely harsh and inhabited Skeleton Coast is literally where the Earth ends. The vast coastline stretches for 500 kilometers between the old German colonial town of Swakopmund and the Angolan border. The name itself suggests menace. It may have come from the bones of animals scattered along the vast shores, and from a large number of ships that have been wrecked here for centuries. Operators of adventure tours in Swakopmund organize day trips. Along the southern part of the Skeleton Coast, predators roam along the shore. Mount Washington, USA. One of the most dangerous places in America, Mount Washington is the world record holder for wind speed on the surface of the Earth, the speed of which reaches to 103 miles per hour. Not only strong winds interfere, but also frosts make the expedition to Mount Washington harder than you can imagine. In addition, it is believed that the most dangerous small mountain in the world. Even experienced tourists were knocked off course by strong westerly winds, which threw them many miles away from trails and roads, preventing their safe return. Gates of Hell, Turkmenistan. A massive man-made crater, in which methane gas has been burned for decades, is a disaster of miscalculation by scientists, who opened the gates of hell, literally. It was one of the deadliest decisions made by some wise people to preserve the air quality in the Karakum Desert. Scientists thought that burning natural gas would be a quick solution, since the fire would go out in a few weeks and then the air quality would remain normal. On the contrary, the flame is still burning even after almost half a century. The crater of Darvaza, or the Gates of Hell. Only those who are not afraid of fire can imagine visiting the deadliest place on Earth. And this is a mistake of man, not nature. We must take legal steps to save the planet before it's too late. Although the Gates of Hell are already open, North Sentinel Island and Daman Islands, forbidden, dangerous, and full of secrets. The Northern Sentinel Islands and the Andaman Islands are a place where evolution is close to zero. No, the tribes here are not monkeys, but they are, of course, miles away, virtually isolated from urbanization. No one knows the census population of the island, and those who tried to get through their border did not survive. It is believed that Sentinel people are hunters and gatherers, and they survive at the expense of natural resources. Many episodes in the past were reduced to the fact that this tribe is happy on its closed island, and violators or intruders will only meet their arrows, even if they want to extend a warm hand. Strange, but yes, a place inhabited by people for centuries, far from compassion for the entire human race, which is outside their territory. It is intriguing, but many people have died because of the false belief that they will reach the hearts of the Sentinelese. And this is the only reason why the entry of a person to this island in the Andaman Islands is strictly prohibited. Madidi National Park, Bolivia. Have you heard of the jungle paradise? Madidi National Park in Bolivia is a great example. This national park, which boasts the richest biodiversity in the world, as well as home to the most venomous fauna in the world, is definitely one of the dangerous places for tourists. Contact with any of the plants growing in this park can cause severe itching, rash, and dizziness. Any minor cut or even a small wound can become infected with tropical parasites. If you are planning to visit this Arizona beauty, be sure to go on an excursion with professional and well-trained tourists. You should prepare for a few months before going on a trip to any of these aforementioned places. Safety, endurance, and vigilance are some of the things you will have to work on before you embark on an adventurous expedition to these most dangerous places in the world. Subscribe so as not to miss new videos. See you in the new video.